successful.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with me here, I have Mr. L.J. Henderson, University of Buffalo running back. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just trying to enjoy this weather.
Yeah, he said enjoy this beautiful Buffalo weather is clearly what he means. What do we got, about 2 feet of snow out there?
2 feet, yeah. Some ice under it. So
Now, you're a Jersey guy, but you're not used to snow like this, probably.
I'm not used to snow, but being up here for the past 3 years, I kind of got used to it. So
Yeah. We're getting it this year, man. We're getting pelted this year.
Yeah.
Anyone who hasn't been to Buffalo who watches the show, now's a good time to come if you like to ski. So I wanted to get together with LJ here. We are doing this show here over at Elmo's. Shout out to Elmo's, one of my sponsors, and in my opinion, best chicken wings in Buffalo. My man's about to find this out. Shout out to A Game also, Johnny Damon and A Game doing their thing with the sports hydration. So LJ, tell me a little bit about your story, man, as far as where you come from, high school ball, when you started playing. Give the viewers a little bit of your background.
So I'm originally from Irvington, but I grew up in Maplewood, South Orange. So I went to 3 different high schools. I went to Columbia High School, DePaul Catholic High School, and in my last 2 years in high school, I went to Irvington High School.
Okay.
My head coach he wanted me to play for them, and I was just like, I might as well just go back home and just play for them. So I did that, racked up a few offers, and I was picking between Cincinnati and here.
Okay.
So I picked here just because the coaching staff was good here. And
Cincinnati?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I picked here and came here in 2021, I think. Yeah, 2021 I came here, and I redshirted my first year. It was cool, I just got bigger and just got faster, a lot faster. But the following year, what happened? I had like 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Got in here and there, and then after that, things happened. But this year, I definitely put my foot down and just showed everybody what it was.
I think you turned a few heads this year, man, and we're certainly going to get into that. But let's rewind a little bit to the Cincinnati. I mean, that's UB, obviously being a MAC school, Cincinnati being what it is. It's not a powerhouse by any means for football, but maybe just a more recognizable school, I would think. Was that a tough decision, kind of saying like, hey, should I go to a bigger school that more people might know about, or should I go to UB, lower my head, grind, and maybe get more of an opportunity? Was it ever, did you ever think about it like that?
Yeah, that was really my main focus. I mean, Cincinnati was a really big school at the time. The coaches that recruited me, I was really close with them, and especially it was during COVID. So a lot of things was messed up during COVID, recruiting and everything. So I kind of just make a decision.
Yeah.
So I just picked Buffalo, just grind out and just do what I got to do here. But then the coaching staff changed. So
had you been out this way before? Like, had you been to Buffalo?
I haven't taken any official visits anywhere just because of COVID. Year was like
because they didn't really let you, right?
Yeah, junior year I was supposed to take visits all over the country, but I couldn't because of COVID, and then the recruitment kind of stopped after that. And it was just tough, so I just had to make a decision.
You obviously are a great athlete. You were obviously a great athlete in high school to get looked at by any school. COVID, it hurt a lot of people in a lot of different ways, right? I mean, if you look at COVID, you look at businesses, right, who shut down because they couldn't function. Even athletes who people don't really realize how affected you guys were. You couldn't go take those visits.
Right.
You couldn't go and really, I guess, put yourself where you might want to go. But if you're someone like me, believe in karma, universe, God, faith, I feel like you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Do you feel that way?
Of course. And that was crazy because I was, from the year that I had last year, I kind of was done with football. I kind of didn't really want to
After 23?
Yeah, I didn't really want to play football anymore. I was kind of just over it.
Now tell me more about that. Just because, you mean just not getting a whole lot of reps and stuff?
Well, it wasn't even that because it was it was that, but when I was getting in the game, I was scoring.
Yeah.
But also, they wouldn't put me back in the game.
Yeah.
So I was kind of just over it, and I was just thinking about a whole lot of things. But then something told me to just stick it out, one more month, just stick it out, which was in January or something like that. And I was just stick it out for one more month. After that month, I was promised I was not gonna play football
anymore. It really came down to it.
Yeah, I was just over it. I was just it is what it is.
No, I get it.
But then the coaching staff changed, and after that, and my whole mindset changed. It's a brand new coaching staff and everything. I could just start all over again, fresh new start. And then spring ball came, and then everything just took off.
We talked about it a little bit off air, and one of the things we were talking about is how important it is for a certain coaching staff to kind of realize the talents, and who they have in front of me. Not only the talents, but their capabilities, right? How to use you. So like you said, you were going in scoring, right? So say you're in twice, whether it's a goal line situation or whatever it is. If they're giving you the ball and you're scoring, man, to me, 2 and 2 is 4. Give this man the ball, right? Yeah. Let him go see what he can do. So this year, I think every game, the stats got a little better.
Oh, definitely. I feel like it was a group effort between all of us. It's probably our first time all playing together with a whole new offense. Yeah. So as we got things rolling, we kind of just took off and just
everything kind of gelled for you. Yeah. Well, it's nice too when you had, that defense you guys had, and shout out to Dolak and Murdoch and the rest of the boys. But it makes it easier to play when the defense is going out and doing their job, right? And what I mean by that is more confidence in the offense. If you feel like the defense is going to go out, they're going to get the stops they need and everything else. It's not like, all right, man, offense is back out. Now you're in these games. I mean, you all were 9-4. You guys had a great season. And for both sides of the ball to be clicking, correct me if I'm wrong, but that had to be a good feeling. Gave you guys a lot of confidence, right?
Well, definitely. Well, it'll be times where, say, the offense isn't clicking as much, and I'll come off the field and like Dolak or Red come up to me and tell me like, we got your back as long as you just keep doing what you're doing. By them telling me that, like, literally it kind of like uplifts the whole offense. Yeah. Like, knowing that no matter what happens, they always gonna have our back and vice versa.
That's amazing to have that leadership too, And it's funny, even if a guy is a year older than you, or even the same age, just some people are kind of natural born leaders. Right. I get that from Murdoch and Dolak.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
Right.
Like me, if I'm being honest, I'm not really a vocal leader. I'm more of a lead by example type.
Show and prove, right?
Yeah. So it's like having them around is just like it just molds everything together throughout the whole team and everything. And even for like the younger guys coming in. So
yeah, you need that though. Like you absolutely need that. And I think a lot of people who never played sports might not understand that. They might be like, well, I mean, this guy's the same age or he's only a year older or whatever. It's not about the age. It's about how to get in somebody's head. And like you said, complementing each other. It feels good, dude, to go break off a 12-yard run, bounce a couple tackles, come off the field and hear it from your defense. Like, yo, man, nice run.
That's exactly how it was all season.
Really?
Yeah.
So you got a lot of support from them. I noticed, I saw like 50 yards, 60 yards, 70 yards, and everything's not about yards as we know, but it did gradually get more and the touchdowns kept coming. And to me, watching you play, it seemed like the game kind of slowed down for you, man. It looked easier. It looked like as the year progressed, first of all, it looked like you were having more fun.
Yeah.
And it looked like easier for you. Is there any truth to that?
I mean, it was just more so just getting comfortable, like me not having to start this job throughout all of my years and just like finally having it kind of just slowing my brain down and just play like I'm in high school. That's how I just started playing like I was in high school and just having fun and just going out.
But you nailed it, fun, right?
Yeah.
What are the expectations? I guess, this year Red's coming back. You've kind of solidified your role. It's a sorority of brothers and it's a family and everybody's got to click. Everybody's got to click. And if there's one guy, man, and everybody knows there's always that one guy. There's always that one guy. There's always that one guy. Everybody's like, man, I don't know about him.
Yeah, definitely always that one guy. But it just takes consistent leadership that makes that one guy turn into the rest of the guys.
What is your ultimate goal? I mean, talk to me. Where do you see yourself and how far you want to take football?
My goal, is to clearly make it to the NFL, but just try to master what I do already. Yeah. Like, I know there's just millions of things that I need to work on. So definitely just tone into what I really need to work on and just get smarter and learn the game more.
Yeah.
So definitely.
Well, I think, like I said, the natural ability, there's no doubt that it's there. And that's a cerebral answer, man. That's a mature answer because, I could ask you that and you could say, well, what do you think? I mean, it's to go play in the NFL, right? You clearly know how hard you have to work to get out there. And what I like about UB in the MAC, right? And sometimes they take a little heat and people don't think they're as competitive or whatever, man. I think they're sneaky, right? So you can find a nice running back or a nice wide receiver or somebody. Tight end. Yeah, man. Look really good. Yeah. And they're sneaky. Yeah. And all of a sudden, man, this guy has a breakout year in the NFL and, even walking on or just getting your shot, I think running back, and I want your opinion on this, has become a position now. It's not less necessary. It's more necessary, but there's not that stud, the stable's now full. Make sense? There's 4 or 5 guys that can get the job done and teams are using all of them where you used to have your guy, your workhorse, somebody coming in to spell him. Now there's more of a need to have a couple guys who can all do different things, which I think helps your position. What's your take on that?
That's true because there's definitely times where like we have a play or like a set of plays that necessarily a guy that's younger than me, that's faster than me, that can run a route better than me,
Yep.
is more fit for that specific play or a specific bunch of plays. So they definitely all tie in together to make a whole offense.
Yeah, and the NFL is now taking that and doing it the same way.
Right.
I mean, it was interesting. Hopefully, you're a Bills fan now.
I don't know about that one.
No, not yet, man. Who's your team?
I really don't have a team. I'm just
Well, then it might as well be the Bills.
I don't know. I'm just surrounded by it all the time. I'm kind of getting tired of it. But sorry,
Bills.
sorry to all the Bills fans.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to promote this guy here. I'm gonna start getting hate mail, man.
Sorry.
No, he's a Bills fan. He really is. But you saw the game. You watched the game. Ray Davis. He came in. That rookie scored the first touchdown. Now Cook's been in there, just doing his thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Cook's been cooking, and to have Davis come in and it just kind of exploits my point even more, right? Like this guy didn't touch the football the game before. He came in and he scores and he ran hard.
Yeah, it was no cutoff at all. Like once Cook got out and he got in, it was literally no drop off. He literally came in there and did what he had to do and scored. And it was like
it was like nothing. And then Ty Johnson, you're not losing. There's maybe a little bit, but he brings a different dynamic because he can catch the ball more out of the backfield and stuff. So just going, not to beat it up, but just to go back to that point, running backs get more of a look now, man. And I think that's the way it always should have been. And it's still a skill level position. You guys still get paid. That's, at the end of the day, that's not a bad thing either, right? Who is your favorite NFL team? Do you not watch a lot of football? Or?
I do, but my team was the Giants when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's too far gone. But I just like to watch games and watch like the good games, games that matter, like the last game. But,
you're just a fan of the sport. Yeah. So as long as you're watching a good game, don't matter who the teams are.
Exactly.
It's kind of I'm the same way, man. Like I'll watch. They could be bad teams, bad record. I'll watch Arizona. If it's a good football game,
a good game,
you know what I mean. And sometimes the best teams in the world, you get kind of the games aren't so great, and vice versa. What do you like to do for fun, man? What are some of your hobbies?
On my free time, I like to bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my own bowling ball.
All right.
I go bowling sometime here and there.
In the family, everybody, you grow up bowling, or how?
No, some of my teammates kind of put me on bowling.
Okay.
And I just got my own bowl, and then we all just started just going and just having fun, just bowling, and just
Well, let's talk about this a little bit, man. Who's the best on the team
right now? Well, right now it's me.
Okay.
Right now it's definitely me.
Okay.
Before this last season, it was Marcus Fuqua.
Okay.
That man could throw a bowling ball and hit every pin like every time.
So what's your average,
I don't know what my average is, but if I'm not touching 200, I'm touching 200 on an average.
Okay. You mean business. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably maybe, $120 somewhere in that range. So I didn't think you were going to say that. 200. Yeah. Good. All right.
My bowling ball does some wonders sometimes. Yeah.
Dude, I know some of those bowling balls you can get upward, $300-$500, right? They're no joke. Yeah, where do you guys go? Locally?
Yeah, we go on transit lanes.
Yeah. Even something like that too. It's cool to do as a team.
Yeah, we always do that as a team. We used to do as like an annual bowling tournament there. Yeah. And we won all of them. So.
Do coaches kind of say, hey, guys, go and do this stuff as a team, or do you guys just take it upon yourselves and say, let's get together and go do stuff?
I mean, it's a group effort, so it's a little bit of both. Yeah. Say if my coach wants us to come up with any ideas or ask us like what we like to do. Okay. Like, you see, last spring we had a big basketball tournament in the gym right after like workouts, and we were all just in there having fun.
No, it sounds fun, man. It sounds like UB's really making it a fun environment. I think that was lacking for a few years. No offense to any of the previous staffs, but Turner Gill, you've heard that name. Back James Stark, back in those days when UB, there was a time, man. Khalil Mack, Starks, Naaman Roosevelt, Marcus Rivers. There was guys just every year, boom, 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 coming out of UB perennially that were making the NFL or getting a shot somewhere, and then it kind of dissipated a little bit. And I feel like there's something back. There's just excitement back.
Definitely.
Do you feel that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is like probably the most fun I had since I've been here.
Good.
Not to say anything about the last staff or anything.
Right.
It's probably the most.
No, but you can be honest, man. Like it's your world, bro. And you should feel comfortable like that. And you should want to go out and ball.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. And it's not even outside of football. Even before the season started, we was all having fun. Yeah. Workouts were actually fun. We were having like competition lifts, and it didn't feel like we were being forced to do it. Like we were all just having fun and just chilling and
felt like high school again.
Literally felt like high school.
And you mentioned that a couple times, and how much fun was that? Everybody loved that. So let's go into a couple more fun questions here, man. To me, there's no contest, but Kendrick or Drake?
Definitely Kendrick.
Thank you. No, hands down. Right?
Yeah,
I
definitely
mean,
Kendrick.
no contest. Stranglehold, not even close.
Yeah, I'm just a Kendrick fan. I've been a Kendrick fan since I was
ADHD days, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
So
No, I know. Before even the Mad City, right? What's the one with the van on the cover or the car on the cover? Before that. Good Sid
the
Met.
one with the Poetic Justice song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot what that was.
The album before that, was his first one, and he's just crazy talented.
Yeah.
Drake, he likes to sing and do his
I
thing.
mean, Drake has some really good music.
Some.
Oh, to me, probably in my era.
Okay. Yeah,
Drake
yeah.
has some good music.
Yeah, you're right.
But
You're
for that
young,
specific contest,
hands down, hands down. Who is your favorite? Who are some guys that you listen to right now? Or, you know what? Not even for that matter. Could be country music. Like, what are you into?
I listen to rap music,
Yeah.
R&B music. R&B is for the Sundays.
It's for Sundays?
Sunday, no rap Sunday.
Okay.
Listen to straight R&B, just chill.
See, I love this, though. Tell me more
Yeah.
about, is that just something you instilled? Or is that a family thing or what?
No, it's something that like my mom and my parents just always look like they always just listen to it, and
Yeah.
I just choose that day to be like a non-rap day, like a cool day. That's the day where I get on my chores. Just a nice chill day.
I like that, man. I like that. R&B Sundays.
Yeah.
Are you a faithful guy, man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
So churchgoer and
Church, yes. Every time I go home, I try to go to church more out here when I'm not busy and loaded. But
it's hard too to kind of find a home, new city, new church and stuff like that. It's tough to find a home, somewhere where you're comfortable, and you might have to feel a couple out to kind of get that vibe. But a lot of fun, man. Like you're fun, easy to talk to. Can tell you definitely got a good head on your shoulders, man. And I'm excited for this year with UB. Like I really am. I haven't been excited about a season of UB football, and I can't even tell you how long. And sorry, Sean. Sorry, man. But last year, man, I just wasn't as into it.
yeah.
And until that Bahamas Bowl and watching that game, man, I just kind of like you and Murdoch, the pick six. And I was just like, yo, this team is fire. They're fun to watch. Now, did you start getting calls after that? How did everything work out after the Bahamas Bowl?
Yeah, that's probably the most. My phone is still on Do Not Disturb. My phone has been going off ever since that game.
Yeah.
That's just but it's been brewing the whole season. We just finally
It's nice to just get, like, you work hard and you put the work in every day, and it's nice to just kind of break out and not that that's one game that's not your but it's nice for people to see it and acknowledge it.
Right.
Fair to say?
Most definitely.
My man, LJ Henderson right here, ladies and gents. Excited for the season, man.
Yes, sir. Me too. Thank you. I appreciate
Pleasure.
it.
No, absolutely, man. A lot of fun.